All right, 1 minute to go. Hockey Sunday here in Shakopee, Rank 2. Shakopee Arena. Today it's the SPL 10A versus Farmington. We'll call it a measuring stick. First scrimmage of the year, Farmington in Farmington. Had their way on the scoreboard. SPL last night traveled to Buffalo. Convincing win. Including their last 2 games of the tournament. They're on a 3-win streak. I believe this will be a coach-led scrimmage, and we might have 2 periods of 25-minute running clock, my understanding. SPL will be wearing white and gray, Farmington orange and black. All right, Rotman set to take the face off. Peterson will start at right wing. Back to Anderson. Anderson tried to chip it out and immediately taken away by Farmington. Shot and a save. Now Rotman up the right side to the blue line. Got Tranby on the left, hits the brace, so it's right. That shot missed. Wide left. Ozentowski pinches at the point. Gets it knocked away, hustles back. Gets tied up, hooked. No call. Of course, you wouldn't expect coaches to call that. And centering pass goes into the corner for Anderson. Anderson gets it knocked away. Peterson comes in, helps out. Peterson with the loose puck, looking for some daylight. Ozentowski, outlet pass to Tranby. Tranby, left side. Flips it out, neutral ice. Tranby now tied up on the boards. In comes, I think that's Borsheim. Off Bailey's stick. Ozentowski will send a shot in from the line. Sabby steps up from the point. Centering pass. Kicked out. Sabby from the point. Knocked away. Mendon's there off Mendon's stick. She'll retreat. Mendon on the boards. We got a tie up. And Franks will come away with the puck. Franks up the left side. Surveys. Breakout pass. Picked up. Middle circle by Farmington. Farmington up the boards. They'll dump it down. And I believe this will be icing on Farmington. 23 minutes remain, running clock. Period 1, no score. Moon with the face-off. Sabby at the point, high slot shot. Pad save, kicked out, Lundbaum. Tries to harass, but not before Farmington will send it down the ice. Sabby retreats. Skates around, gets it knocked away. And chipped out. Lundbaum on the boards. Kicked in. Moon intercepts. Loose puck. Moon regroups. Nice pass to Lundbaum. Lundbaum harassed. Tied up on the boards. And that pass, trying to get it. I believe that's Franks. Franks from the high slot. Tried to pass off to Menden. Or Moon. Moon's going to head to the bench. Shot and save. Anderson, Rotman, Ozentowski, Lundbaum. Tramby, fresh off the bench, will skate it up with Rotman. Rotman across center ice, across the blue line. Rotman in the corner, gets it punched away. Back to the point. Can't quite get to Anderson. And we got a big collision on the boards as Peterson took out a Farmington player. Good aggression by Peterson. Now Rotman comes away with the loose puck. Loses the handle. Backhand pass picked up by Farmington. Bouncing puck. Ozentowski kicks it up the boards. Farmington will send it down. And Anderson retreats. Anderson will circle behind the net. Anderson hits the brakes, skating through traffic. Dishes off to Peterson. Peterson back to Anderson. And that could have been a penalty there as Ozentowski tripped Farmington. Now comes away with the puck. Hits the brakes and gets it knocked away. Regroups, and this time she'll dump it in the corner. Savvy at the point defending. Savvy will backpedal. Centering pass. Goes to the right side, right corner, picked up by Farmington. Centering pass, pad save. Farmington tries to dump it up. Loose puck. Borsheim will skate it out left side. Borsheim's got Peterson running into trouble. Loses the handle. Savvy holds. Savvy still able to hold. Borsheim from the slot hits the brakes. Can't get a shot off. Might have been a tripping call. And maybe a retaliation. Bailey in the game. Berkeley trying to head it up. Pass is deflected. And now Farmington will try the left side. Off the glass, Savvy will pick up the loose puck. Backhands and picked up by Aubrey Moon. Battle center ice. Back to Menden. Savvy chips it across the line and Farmington kicks it forward. And a nice stick save. I believe that's Tollefson. And Menden behind the net. Franks on the board, trying to pop it across the blue line. Chip back in. Menden will send it over to Anderson. Nope, ahead. Trying to get it to Bailey. Now Moon. Now Farmington in their own zone, trying to skate it out right side. Across neutral ice. Across the blue line and intercepted by Bailey. She heads up the right side, tries the board. Moon will try and help clean up. And now an offsides on Farmington as they got caught on the wrong side of the blue line. Just under 18 minutes. Period 1 running clock. The first of 2 running periods, 25 minutes. Rotman takes the face-off, tie it up. Anderson past Ozentowski. Able to chip it out, neutral ice. Farmington retreats. Lundbaum in hot pursuit with Rotman. Farmington trying to break it out. A little bit of a pile-up. Anderson with the puck. Defensive zone. Tries to dish it out. Picked up by Farmington from the right circle, and now Rotman will come away with it. Rotman looking for some daylight off the boards. And Lundbaum picks up the loose puck up the right side. Lundbaum, nifty move. We got our stick tied up. Ozentowski comes over. Tried a D-to-D pass, but got tied up, and now we got a loose puck. And nice job by Lundbaum to recover and help out. Nice floor check. Kicked out by Sabby. Right circle, shot, and that goes in. Well, I don't think you could have placed that any better. Flipped it up in the air over the blocker of Tollefson and right into the corner. So 16 minutes and 20 seconds. Farmington gets on the board. Menden tied up. Farmington tried to center. Peterson will come away with it. Breakout pass. Borsheim. Borsheim up the left side, gets it poked away. Menden picks up the rebound. And she'll be able to dump it in to the left circle. And a good battle there between Sabby and Farmington. Peterson now on the boards. And Bailey's able to kick it out, neutralized, picked up by Farmington. Farmington from the red line will dump it back in. Menden there to intercept. Farmington will dump it in. Sabby in the corner, right side. Picked up by Peterson. Peterson gets tied up, chips it ahead. Nice job, Peterson, to dump that in the corner. Now Moon. And I believe Byrne. Battle for the loose puck. Chipped out. Ozentowski at the point. She'll knock it back in off a skate. And chipped out. Ozentowski will retreat. Off the boards, neutralized. Loose puck. Moon at the blue line, able to get by one, and unfortunately I think Lundbaum was cut off sides at 14-18. And we'll have a neutral zone face-off. Moon wins the battle. Ozentowski off the boards, flips it. Picked up by Farmington, kicks it off the boards. Coming up near side, Anderson puts a stop to it. Moon, nice job pressuring. Lundbaum on the boards. Anderson, Moon. Anderson didn't quite get all that one. Farmington will skate it out. Nice job, Lundbaum. Cutting it off. Ozentowski and Farmington go down. Moon behind the boards. Farmington skates to the net, and that's flipped up over the net as Anderson lost her stick. Ozentowski sends it around. Anderson bangs it up. Lundbaum, loose puck. Byrne in hot pursuit. Now Moon. Off the boards. No potential 2-on-1, and that shot goes off Tollefson's left shoulder into the corner. Moon battling. Down goes Farmington. Moon still aggressive and able to come away with the puck. She'll try the left side, and she gets taken out. And Peterson gets taken out. Now we're getting chippy and feisty as Tranby battles on the wall with Peterson. And that's chipped back across the blue line by Tranby, and that'll be offsides on SPL 2:26, neutral zone face-off coming. A lot of physical activity that's extracurricular. Rotman with the face-off. Menden picks up loose puck. Skidded in left side, dumps it in. Rotman, Peterson in hot pursuit. Chipped out, Peterson's there. Savvy able to hold. Farmington lost the puck momentarily, then kicks it out. Savvy sends it back, neutral ice. And now, I believe that's Tranby, left corner. Lost the handle off the boards. That'll come back to Savvy. Loose puck. Picked up by Rotman behind the net. Rotman's got Peterson. Rotman to the center from the slot. Loses the handle, sends a shot loose behind the net. Peterson working in the corner, comes away with the puck. Nifty move. Trying to get it back to Tranby. And Farmington will chip it down the ice. And that'll be an icing call at 10:53 on Farmington. Offensive zone. Face-off is next. White jersey's hard to see. Anderson retreats. Trying to figure out who the face-off was. Might have been Borsheim. And they'll play it. Borsheim in hot pursuit got Franks. Borsheim in the corner. Chipped out, Franks. Ozentowski steps up, keeps it alive. Puck loose in the slot. Flipped out. Back to the point. Ozentowski will flip it back in. Borsheim behind the net. I believe that's Bailey. And now Farmington will head up the side, and Brindley Anderson able to disrupt the exit. Ozentowski will dump it in. Farmington will retreat. Farmington will head up. Center ice. Gets it knocked away by Moon momentarily. Long shot behind the net. Picked up by Anderson. Chipped out. Now Moon. Up the right side. Runs into traffic. Somehow able to skate through three people. Sliding puck will go right out of the net. In comes Lundbaum. Menden steps up from defensive position, fresh off the bench. Able to keep it alive. Farmington able to skate it all the way. And a shot, and well wide of the net. A loud bang off the boards. Anderson up the right side, gets it disrupted. Loose puck, shot, kicked out by Tollefson. Menden will skate it up left side. Menden off the boards. Gets it knocked down. Able to hold. Farmington will kick it. Down the ice. No icing call. Now Rotman battling with Peterson. Tranby left side. Tranby harassed, able to get by one. Sends a bouncing puck off the side of the net. Puck loose behind. Puck loose just outside of the crease, and Farmington able to clear. Savvy from the blue line. Able to stop the exit. Long shot. And a knife save by Tollefson at 7:26. We got a whistle. And we'll get a line change here for SPL. Defensive face-off coming. Score is 1-0 Farmington. I believe Borsheim with the face-off. Shot deflected, bouncing puck goes left of the net. Bailey harasses. Out to the point. D-to-D pass, and that goes wide. Franks. Ozentowski able to knock down the pass. She'll chip it out, center ice. Loose puck at the left circle. Bailey got pushed. And SPL's offsides at 6:23. And we'll get a neutral zone face-off. Borsheim with the face-off. Frank's left wing. Bailey right. Frank's able to knock it down. Back to Ozentowski. Can't get a handle on the bouncing puck. Skated in and chest save. Anderson clears it in the corner. Centering pass kicked out by Ozentowski. Franks will pick up the loose puck. Left side. Borsheim able to punch it through neutral ice. Kicked back in by Farmington. Ozentowski will kick it out. And slow rolling puck down the ice, offensive zone. Farmington flips it out. Out of reach of Moon. Ozentowski trying to skate through traffic. Gets it poked away. Back to Ozentowski, and that's offsides on Farmington. And we'll do another face-off here. 5:08, first half. Moon with the face-off. Back to Savvy. Savvy sends it over. Menden. Menden and Savvy battling. Moon with the loose puck. Left side. Gets it poked away. And now a one-on-one break for Farmington. Shot goes behind the net. Loose puck. Kicked out, blue line. Farmington sends a shot off the back of Savvy's helmet. Chipped around, Lundbaum's there. Loose puck, Savvy able to kick it out, neutral ice. Farmington circles the wagons, tries to head back in. Savvy hits the deck, Moon comes over. Centering pass. High slot. And Savvy will slip the puck up the right side. And that'll be, should have been an icing on SPL, but coach lets it go. And now the puck comes all the way down for Farmington. Breakaway chance, and I'm pretty sure Savvy cross-check, and now SPL gets caught in a change. That shot, pad save. There was nobody on the ice for SPL, and Farmington had the puck just outside of the blue line. Peterson, 1-on-3. Up the left side, looking for some help. And Peterson, I'm pretty sure she just got tackled. Rotman, left side, trying to get by defense. Gets tied up. Backhanded to the goalie by, I think that was Tranby with a backhanded attempt, and covering a whistle for Farmington. 2:50 running clock, first half. Rotman with the face-off. Tranby able to hold. Farmington circles, nobody pressures. Ozentoski at the point will dump it in. Puck loose behind the net. Rotman first one there. Rotman gets tripped, goes down. And Farmington able to come away with it. 1-on-3. And a nice job by Peterson to disrupt the flow. Ozentoski sends it to the boards. Centering pass picked up, kicked out. Peterson. And a nice defensive that time by SPL. Borsheim, left side, gets by one. Hits the brakes. Borsheim looks for help. Pass deflected out to Anderson at the point. Anderson from outside the right circle sends a shot. Bouncing puck, it's loose. And Farmington able to clear, kicks it out. Menden dumps it back in. Farmington up the left side. Bailey off the bench harasses Farmington. Gets it knocked away by Menden. Good stick. Kicks it to the corner for Anderson to pick it up. 1:20 left, period one. Breakout pass off the stick of Borsheim. Franks tries to advance the puck. She can't. Cross pass to Bailey from Menden. Nice pass. Bailey down the right side. Gets it knocked away. Sabby sends it in behind the net. Franks off her stick, bouncing puck. Farmington hits the brakes. Now Farmington will skate it. Center ice, cross the blue line. 45 seconds left and scores. That would have been another tough save for Tollefson. Rocket, top right shelf. And Farmington will take a scrimmage lead of 2-0 as some confusion on the bench with too many men on the ice. Savvy trying to get it up to Bailey. Farmington sends it in. Ozentoski knocks it down. Oh, you big baby, get up. Blocked a shot. Wasn't really hit that hard. So we'll get a 3-minute rest period and then 25 more minutes back on the clock running. Farmington able to come away with 2 goals. I had a 7-day free trial from SportCam, which is a middleman to stream to YouTube. I lost some of the fun features, like being able to change team colors and the name of the teams and the zoom function. So unless I go pro and premium, we're stuck with the long distance play here. All right, 25 minutes, second half scrimmage. Moon with the face-off, back to Savvy. Farmington intercepts. Farmington at the blue line, one-on-one. And glove save. Tollefson picked up by Anderson behind the net. Moon, loose puck. Looked like Byrne lost her stick. Farmington able to knock it in. Anderson. Anderson hits the deck with a Farmington player. Lundbaum trying to battle up the right side. And Byrne able to chip it out, neutral ice. Anderson able to hit it back to neutral ice. Anderson will have to retreat. Anderson hits the brakes, tries to flip it up to Lundbaum. And I believe that might be Byrne. Moon, Lundbaum. Wrong side of the blue line. And we'll get a offsides call. 23:35 remaining, second half scrimmage. In comes Rotman, Peterson. Ozentoski off the boards up to Peterson. Farmington hits the brakes. Peterson gets shoved down. Rotman behind the net. And a hooking by Peterson. But we're not calling penalties today, so whatever. Minute at the blue line. Rolls the puck up the ice, and this would be an icing call on SPL. Down to the defensive go zone we go. Rotman set to take the face off. I believe Tranby left. Peterson right. Peterson anticipates, intercepts. Neutral zone, and that's way offsides by Farmington. In comes Savvy, Anderson. Rotman with the face-off. Able to come away with the puck. Will skate it ahead. At the right side. Gets it knocked away. Anderson chips it out. Neutral ice. Tranby harasses. Farmington lost the puck. Picked up by Tranby. Sends a shot at the goalie. And an easy save and a cover at 21-34. Puck loose in the slot, skated out by Farmington. I believe that was Franks that got leveled. Borsheim and Savvy on the boards. Puck loose. Anderson cuts it off. Anderson behind the net. Tries to flip it up to Bailey. Lost an edge. And a shot and save Tollefson. 20-35 whistle. Nice save Tollefson. Farmington with a 2-goal lead here in the second half of the scrimmage. Just over 20 minutes remaining. As Borsheim takes the face-off, Ozentowski blocks the shot. Centering pass, kicked out by Menden. Now Borsheim up the right side, gets it knocked away. Bailey's there, harasses, able to kick it across the blue line. Farmington dumps it in. Rattling puck, Ozentowski behind the net. Chips it out, trying to get it to Bailey. Bailey chips it down the ice, picked up by Farmington at the blue line. And a nice stick by Franks. Franks still battling. In comes Moon. And Moon tied up on the boards, and she gets slammed into the boards. And now we got 2 Farmington players that hit the deck. Menden will pick up the loose puck behind the net. Hits the brakes. Exit stage left. Byrne up the left side. Byrne's got Moon. Farmington comes away with the puck. Kicked out and down the ice. Ozentowski there to intercept. Ozentowski backhands, trying to get it to Menden. Bouncing puck. Blue line. Moon comes in, disrupts. Farmington from the high slot. Back to the point. Puck off the back of Moon's skate and rolls into the corner. Menden battling, tied up in the corner. Byrne trying to advance the puck out of the zone. Kicked back in by Farmington. Ozentowski in the corner. Trying to knock it out. Held at the point. And this time she'll send it down the ice, and that should be an icing at 18. Oh, rolling puck. And it was just, if you could send a puck down, a bouncing rolling puck, and have it rest on the red line, that's what happened. Now Peterson, Anderson, Sabby retreats. Peterson lost her stick, regroups. Rotman, hot pursuit, pressures. Farmington up the left side. Anderson tied up. And nice defense, Anderson. Peterson. Centering pass, breakout pass over to Tranby. Tranby battles neutral ice. In comes Sabby. Tranby and Sabby. Sabby comes away with the puck. Flips it to the goalie. Puck loose, and we'll get a cover and a whistle. 17:05. 2 goals to none. It's a lot better than the first scrimmage, which, if I remember correctly, might have been 7-2. Borsheim, face off, kick back. Ozentowski trying to get a handle on it. Dumps it to the boards behind the red line. Ozentowski will step up, dump it back in. Borsheim on the boards, tries to play it off the boards. Back to Menden. Menden will bounce it off the boards, kick it around. Farmington trying to clear. Menden will hold. And now Menden and Ozentowski retreat. Menden and Ozentowski able to knock down the advancing skater. Farmington able to pull it away from Tranby. Menden on the boards. Chipping it out. And a long shot goes wide from the blue line. Bailey trying to kick it out. Bouncing puck. And a nice pad save by Tollefson. Pass from the point, intercepted by Ozentowski. He'll try and skate it out. Gets it knocked away. She hits the deck. Menden battling on the corner with Franks. Franks up the left side. Franks gets by one, gets hooked, and gets taken out. Farmington trying the left side. Backhand pass knocked down by Bailey. Centering pass kicked out by Moon. 15 minutes left, period. Second half of the scrimmage. And a scrum here on the boards. Moon will come away with the puck, looking for some daylight. Up the boards. Farmington kicks it in. Ozentowski with the loose puck. Kicks it out. That might be Byrne. Byrne up the left side. Kicks it ahead. Backhands. Loose puck behind the net. Now Lundbaum's got to hustle over. And Lundbaum takes out the Jolly Green Giant. Nice defense by Lundbaum. Now Anderson will skate it up. Anderson with some daylight. Anderson up the left side. Anderson hits the brakes. Loses the puck. Sabby comes in. Sabby gets tripped. 14 minutes. They're letting him play. Only one coach on the ice. Blowing the whistle. Moon with a loose puck shot and a glove save. 13:56. Well, I guess if you can trip him, trip him. Moon sets to take the face off. Lundbaum right wing. I believe that's Byrne left wing. Menden battles. Byrne comes away with the puck. Now Moon. Moon circles the net looking for a centering pass. Puck loose. Lundbaum. Ozentowski sends a shot and Byrne. I think that might have been a bouncing puck. Byrne was in perfect position. Backside goal. And now Aubrey Moon. Nifty move. Gets it knocked away. Lundbaum, center ice. Farmington trying to skate through the zone. Ozentowski able to knock it out. High slot, sends a shot back in. Backhand try. And the backhand try somehow able to go in at 12:34. (12:15) Rotman center circle face off. Anderson cuts over. Anderson loses the puck, but Peterson's there to pick it up. Rotman tied up. Took a stick, maybe a slash to the back of the head. Peterson, Rotman. Now Rotman with the puck. Will skate it in from the right circle. Peterson with a shot. Rotman with a shot. Sabby trying to hold. Farmington trying to kick it out. And the puck will slide neutral ice. Sabby will retreat. Heads over to the right side. Got Peterson. Peterson will head in the right side. Top circle. Dumps it in. Rotman loses her stick. Anderson, nice stick. Able to hold at the point. Tries to get a pass up to Franks. And Farmington able to send it out neutral ice. Anderson will circle. A nice pass up to Peterson. And chip back for Sabby. Sabby, loose puck. Tried to backhand, got to take it away. Anderson comes over to try and cover. And a long shot. Tollefson save. Kicked out to the point. Anderson will kick it back to the point. And Tranby off to the races. Tranby gets taken away on the boards, and then Tranby able to recover. Shot goes wide. Loose puck. Rotman trying to find it. Peterson finds it. Tied up on the left boards. Farmington will kick it into the corner. Menden on the boards. Chips back to the corner. Farmington up the left side, trying to get by Bailey. Centering pass. Picked up. Kicked out by Ozentowski. Farmington will try and send it back in. And Bailey trying to exit the zone. Up the right side. Bailey will dump it in. 9:24. Borsheim in the corner. And that bounced over the stick of Menden. Ozentowski hits the brakes, backhands, gets it up to Borsheim. Loose puck. Franks not able to hold. Menden, cross ice pass to Bailey. Bailey, right side. Sends a shot in off the side of the post. Kicked out by Farmington. And dumped back in by Menden. Back to Menden. Franks comes, takes the puck. Loose puck. And Farmington will skate it out. And a nice stick by Bailey, able to stop that and chip it out, neutralized. Farmington will have to regroup. Tried to dump it in. Bailey knocked the shot. I believe that's Borsheim and Bailey tied up on the boards. Menden kicks it out. Bailey will send the puck down to the goalie. Stick save. Picked up by Farmington. 8 minutes remain, and Moon able to intercept a breakout pass. Lost the handle. Farmington up the left side. Nice aggressive play by Moon. Steals the puck back. Now Lundbaum. And Farmington will head in. Anderson, loose puck. Lost the handle. And a shot from outside the circle. Savvy's there. Will kick it out. Neutralized. Borsheim trying to get there. Savvy comes in. Loose puck. Moon got tripped. Back to Anderson. Anderson will skate up the left side. Anderson hits the brakes. Takes a tumble. And now Farmington will head in 1-on-2. And deflected shot goes into the corner. Savvy will pick up the loose puck. 6:47 remaining. Breakout pass. Deflected. Lundbaum there to pick up the loose ends. Lundbaum across the blue line. Chipped out. Byrne lost her stick. And Menden hustles over. Kicks the puck back to neutral ice. Farmington looking for a strategy. Gets tied up and didn't look offsides to me. But that's what the call is here at 6:15. Second half of the scrimmage. Farmington 3 goals, SPL none. As Rotman set to take the face off with Peterson and Tranby. Menden off the boards. Rotman gets it knocked away, regroups. Now Rotman staying with it up the right side. Centering pass deflected, and back the other way we go. 5:35. Farmington knocked away by Menden. Nice stick. And Menden will survey, skate around. Minden up the right side. Minden coast to coast. Across the red circle. Shot. Side of the net. Rotman in the corner. A lot of flying elbows here. Pass back to the point. Tranby winds, fires. Deflected and picked up by Farmington. Just under 5 minutes remaining. Tranby will try it again. And that pad save. Kick on the boards below the red line. This one high off the glass. Ozentowski will dump it in, and not a care in the world. You got 3 skaters in front of you on the wrong side of the blue line. Maybe Ozentowski's colorblind. Horsheim won the face-off. Bailey able to knock it ahead. Farmington trying the right side. Hits the deck. Anderson loose puck. Now Anderson, center ice, across the red line, across the blue line. Anderson heads to the net. Anderson's shot goes well wide, high over the net and into the corner. Savvy steps up. 3:50. Farmington kicks it out neutral ice, and Bailey will cut over. Right side, Anderson. Anderson will dump it in. Kick behind the net by the goalie. And Farmington will skate out the red side, right side. Savvy, nice stick, able to stop. Horsheim harassing. Horsheim, good job of thwarting it. And a whack of puck to the middle. And shot deflected, puck loose, and a nice cover by Tollefson at 3:08. Running clock, second half. Farmington up 3-0. Not a lot of shot on goals for SPL in this game. Moon with the face-off, back to Minden. Puck kicked around. Ozentowski will head over to the boards. Lundbaum will come away with it, try and skate up the right side. Farmington steals the puck. Byrne is there with Lundbaum. Lundbaum in the slot, nifty move. Byrne takes over, tries to kick it back, gets it knocked down. 2:20 remaining in the scrimmage. Centering pass. And somehow that went in. And so SPL will get on the board at 2:15. A bouncing, deflective puck. And I'm not sure if that was Lundbaum. She's leading the line. So we'll credit Lundbaum. 3-1. Whoops. Let's do that. That looks a little better. 1:40 left. Byrne steals the puck. Dumps it ahead to Farmington, who threw it just below the bench. Menon chips it out, trying to get back to Byrne. Minden will circle, hit the brakes. Watch him fly right by. Farmington will dump it back in. Ozentowski cuts over. What in the world was that? I think Ozentowski was trying to pass it to Moon. She'll knock it off the boards and then hustle after her own puck. Collision. Moon there takes a shot and a rip. That goes wide. We've got less than a minute, about 50 seconds left in the scrimmage. And that'll be an offsides on SPL. Running clock, second half. 3 goals Farmington, 1 goal SPL. Rotman set to take the face-off. We've got 30 seconds left. Rotman wins the face-off. Able to push the puck into the corner. Farmington up the right side. And that shot goes well over the net, around the boards, to the point. Puck deflected. Anderson just overskated it, or she'd have been off to the races. Now kicked up to Rotman. Rotman sends a shot with 1 second left. Pad save. And that'll wrap up the scrimmage here. Rink 2, Shakopee. So much better result on the scoreboard than the first scrimmage of the year, which would be a sign of improvement for SPL. Overall, it felt like Farmington, bigger, faster, stronger, and kind of had their way with the little SPL 10A whippersnappers today. A lot of season ahead. In fact, the season really doesn't begin until December for 10s, although they have played in one tournament with a 2-2 record. More scrimmages to follow. And then we'll start in December D6 competition. Signing out from Shakopee Ice Arena. That'll do it for today. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you down the road.